Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Loaf. This time, coming to you from my bathroom. What? I don't know. I guess sometimes you just gotta get a change of scenery. There's a good counter in here for putting my phone and my Bible on. You know, why not? Nice wall behind me, some art. You know, why not? Whatever. Hope you guys are doing well. That quarantine is not making you crazy. I'm gonna be honest, it's making me crazy. I'm tired of it. I'm tired just in general, first of all. It's dead week before finals. There's a lot of projects due, a lot of papers, a lot of things we have to get done. I don't think I've been to sleep before maybe 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning over these past few nights. One night I was up until 6 o'clock in the morning, slept until 9 o'clock in the morning, and then got up to do it all over again, which makes me physically tired, spiritually and mentally exhausted just with everything going on, people are scared, and so it's all over the media, me not being in my home state right now, not being near my family, they get worried about me and they'll text me, and that makes me paranoid because they text me about things that are happening because of quarantine and just things like that. So it's just, honestly, I'm really done with it. I'm really tired. It's making me crazy. I just want it to be over. I want it to be done. So that's the attitude that I came at my Bible this morning with. Just that kind of spirit in my heart where I'm like, dude, I'm done. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to sleep. Like, this is bogus. This is ridiculous. But I just finished Genesis, and we come to the end of the story of Joseph. Joseph had some really crazy dreams, and he would interpret those dreams. And because he was born to his father in old age, and he had those kind of crazy dreams, he was his dad's favorite. And his brothers knew that. So his brothers were like, you know what we're going to do? Kill him. And then they were like, no, we're not going to kill him because we don't want to shed blood. So what are we going to do? We're just going to sell him into slavery so that he is not our problem anymore. And through a weird turn of events, he ends up in power in Egypt because he interpreted some people's dreams. And then there's this famine, and Joseph's family is like, dude, what are we going to do? And by another weird series of events, they end up in the company of Joseph, who they ask for help. They ask for food and resources and stuff. Joseph recognizes his brothers. His brothers don't recognize Joseph, but eventually they find out that it's Joseph. And they're like, well, what the heck? Like, he's totally going to kill us or something. And so his brothers are like, well, we'll go up to him and say, hey, Dad's dying wish was that you forgive us and you don't, hold any hard feelings. Sorry about that whole slavery thing. But what they eventually decide to do is we're just going to go up to our brother and throw ourselves down at his feet and say, we are your slaves. We sold you into slavery, but now we're your slaves. And Joseph answers with a really peculiar thing. He says, don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Sometimes it's really hard for us to think about what good can come from a situation like this, or maybe what good can come from this thing that somebody else did to hurt me. And it's not that God intends these things to happen, right? Like, we have free will. We're allowed to make decisions. And sometimes other people's decisions affect us negatively, and sometimes the decisions that we make affect others negatively. We don't always make the best decisions or the decisions that are in the best interest of people. And I remember that this was a really hard concept for me to grasp when I was in high school. My mom had an affair, which ended up in my parents' divorce. And it was really, really hard for me for a long, long time to not be tired, like I was talking about, to not be just exhausted and angry and just wanting to be done, wanting to sleep all day, not deal with any of it. sometimes, unfortunately, because we have free will, other people's decisions affect us in a negative way. And we can't do anything about it. We're powerless in that kind of situation. But we can hold on to the hope that even though somebody else, intentionally or non-intentionally, harmed you, that God intends it to be good. And that He is working through it all to bring restoration to our relationships and to our world. That even though it is dark and broken and just generally no good, God is working to make it something that is good. He intends it for good. So yeah, I hope that's encouraging for you. It's okay to feel those emotions and to be exhausted and done and sad. You're allowed to feel that, but you're not allowed to stay there. You know what I mean? And I think that this verse really helps me put it into perspective that Joseph was literally sold into slavery and had like the weirdest life of no good stuff happen to him because somebody else decided to make a bad decision. And he comes out saying, don't be afraid. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. So, sorry for the long video today, but felt like that needed to get out, and then I needed to share that with you guys. Like I said, I hope you guys are doing well, and that quarantine is not making you as crazy as it is making me. Yeah, get outside today. Yesterday was super warm. Get outside today. Go do something. Yeah, okay. Well, we will see you on, tomorrow for our Friday reflection text, and then on Saturday for a very special episode of The Loaf. So, we'll see you guys.